Hey, how's everybody doing? This week I'm joined by good friends Marcus and Mike. I feel I'll give them an introduction. Mike is not the same Mike from Arcade Impossible. It's a different Mike I know in my hometown, and he's an awesome dude. Same thing with Marcus, just long-time friends, and they'll be joining me. This episode is like 2 months old, trying to get to where it's the same week that we're releasing these, so they're a little bit more relevant if we're talking about news and stuff like that. But what happened was my storage server died that had all of my Arcade Impossible footage and podcast stuff and music making stuff. And I have backups that I haven't gotten into yet, but I'm waiting on an RMA. So I did have plans to release a different episode, which was a previous one with Mike on. But still had fun with these guys. I hope you enjoy the podcast so far. If you want to leave any feedback, you can just email me at arcadeimpossible@gmail.com, or you can just tweet at arcadeimpossible. All right, enjoy. Marcus to get on the podcast.
He can listen.
I want... That's not very nice.
No, I told him on the way over here at the house that he can chime in. I mean, I said there's two mics, and he can just holla.
Holla. You can share my microphone.
Do you want to come share my microphone, Marcus? You want to be in my personal space with our lips pursed together?
That's cool. If I have anything to say, I'll hug it up with Greg. DJ G Greg.
G-Reg. I feel like my setup for my mic is good. Mike's setup, being that he's Mike, I think he needs a limiter.
Pursed. That's the gain, baby. It's the gain for my ears.
You see the bottom one at the top?
He is the bottom.
I'm the bottom. It's easier. I can direct from down there. Take that how you will.
High his is compared to yours.
Oh, the beard.
Yeah.
Like, he won't limit. He's like really down.
He is really down.
Like, talk right up into it.
Right up in there.
Yeah, so I'll crank him up a little bit.
Are we recording yet?
Yeah, we've been recording the whole time.
Good, there's so much fodder.
We've been recording since you said you're the bottom.
You can direct. What can I say? Take it how you will. So.
All right, you should be a bit louder now.
All right.
Yeah, also.
That's good.
So you got all the technicals figured out?
Yeah. We're doing a new setup here.
There's more stuff. It's Thursday, April 26th.
Yes, it's good. I'm glad you're saying the date for how delayed I'm going to release all these.
Let's get it out there. A little impetus. It's our third podcast.
Go,
and
Mike.
I want to hear myself talk, and I have not, I want to hear, so get it done.
This is like the 5th episode that I've recorded.
I'm on
maybe
6th.
6th.
I'm on 3 of them, so it means I'm somewhat fun-ish, I guess. Maybe.
And are we going to talk about music stuff? It's kind of fitting. And we have Marcus here, and he's a music guy.
Perfect. It's perfectly
Audio
fitting.
dude.
Yeah, I got before I came here.
Yeah.
So.
Perfectly fitting. I've had some delicious Coors Lights this afternoon. I like to start with a little recap from my day. So
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do
a little recap about what life's going on.
10-second recap where we recap our day in 10 seconds.
I probably can't do 10 seconds.
No,
I
it's
talk a lot.
fictional.
So
I'm kind of just shouting out to another podcast where they do 10 seconds. And then they take 5 minutes to do it.
I can't. Okay, I can't do 10 seconds, but I did. I did drive to Madison this morning and sold most of the K5 sheet metal I didn't use because I welded everything myself to a Craigslist dude that gave me cash that showed up and didn't shank me or anything. So that was cool. I got my stuff. I made a hoe chunk and got rid of stuff and some clutter and got some cash for it. So that was cool. And enjoyed the complete destruction of the I-90 on the way up there. 43 miles of construction. Although Wisconsin seems to have done a really good job of how they've put it together. There's no speed zones really. You can go 70 the whole way. And
Wait, I was adjusting audio. Was today the day you got your sheet metal thing? Your metal trip?
I sold my stuff, yeah.
You sold stuff? I thought you bought stuff.
No, I sold stuff. Got rid of shit.
Oh.
It was wonderful.
Steel?
Like steel. Like the stuff, okay, like the door panels for the truck, which I kept the original doors, and like the floors and stuff, which I welded myself. So
is it valuable to you, or is it just junk in your garage?
It was junk in my garage,
Nice.
taking up space that I totally didn't need. And I found a guy that could use it, and this guy had a fucking cane. Like he's like 35, and he had hip replacement surgery. Mm-hmm. And I felt bad for the dude, but it sucked for me because I had to lift all the stuff by myself into the back of his pickup truck.
I think he played you.
I don't know. He had a pretty good limp. He did. He had cash though, $500. It was sweet, and he got away with my mat, my fold out like moving thing, the blanket, if you will.
Oh shit.
He was like, "Oh well, it's gonna get all scratched." I'm like, it's like, fine, you can have the moving mat. You did just give me $500, so here you go.
So $500. What'd you sell? You got
I sold
panels.
him 2 door panels, the
Yep.
2 doors, and 5 parts of the floor and 2 wheel wells. That's done. And he's trying to get me to come up to his cabin retreat with him and his wife and his 5 kids to show him how to use his welder. And I'm like,
It's a little much.
it's a little much, bro.
It's like selling someone a computer and they're like, well, my cousin has a virus and my mom actually needs help with her AOL
Yes.
account. Like
Oh my
some
God.
stuff that you just don't want to do.
AOL account, seriously.
So can I talk about my day? Because I'm
please
really
do.
stoked.
Please do.
I'm going to be a certified internal auditor, IATF certified. What? ISO 9001. Shout out if anyone's listening from my class.
Wow.
So
Auditors.
I was in 11 hours of class. You know, in college.
11 hours? That's
Okay,
insane.
so you know in college how you or any classes that you had where you have like a 3-hour class. You're
Yeah.
like, oh man, 3 hours
That's a long time.
of pushing through the same PowerPoint slides and just dim room with no windows.
Yeah. Ooh.
11 hours
No.
times. This was day number 3.
Of the most boring. It's got to be boring shit too. It's not like, oh, here's a fun
I fell
thing.
asleep a few times with my eyes open. I swear to God, I was just staring and I was just like, "Whoa, what
It's
happened?"
terrible.
Let me look at my watch.
Because auditing in the first place is, let's be honest, not fun.
The way you said that was non-compliant.
Exactly. Exactly. I remember at the bank, man, the day the audits came. Oh, that was such a
But
big
really,
deal.
it's not regulatory. I'm not so much compliance and more conformance. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that I
Within the
specify
company
that
guidelines. We
according
had
to
the-
the standard.
We had the national. We'll revoke your ability to do business, Chase Bank.
Oh, so you had
license.
more legal regulatory compliance.
Literally all of the compliance. And
Yes.
probably the nuclear industry is probably the only thing more
So
regulated than
mine's
banking.
conformance, and like
Seriously, just let
customer satisfaction, quality
let
stuff.
the banks milk people from the money like they've always done, and just let them get away with it. Come on, honestly, that's what they do.
So that's our days. Marcus, do you want to talk about your day at all?
I
No?
do. I want to talk about Marcus's day.
Don't talk about his day. He didn't. Do you consent for him to talk about your day?
Even
Nah,
better.
dog.
Even better.
No consent.
I can consent to the portion you hung out with me then. So he did drink some Coors Lights with me while I worked on Steve's boat engine this afternoon. You're welcome, Steve.
Steve's got a boat.
Yeah, well, it doesn't go yet because it doesn't go. So
Can you make it go?
Well, I'm trying.
Because you know what's better than buying a boat? It's having a friend with a boat.
Absolutely. And you know what's better than that? The guy that works on
I
it.
should start texting him like right now, like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?"
If you're gonna be a boat owner,
We've
with,
always texted and been friends.
oh my god, you seriously group message, I'll murder you, kill me on that group
No,
message.
I'm gonna hit him up one-on-one. I want him to know how special he is to me, so we can have boat times.
I tell you, if you own a boat, be prepared to throw money at it. You
Be
know
prepared to have fake ass friends. Just
Seriously.
all of a sudden be like,
that.
"Hey, buddy."
Hey, the boat's working. We love you. Oh, the boat doesn't work. Oh, we don't know how to work on the boat. We don't
Oh,
love
it's
you.
October.
Sad.
Sorry, I'm busy. I can't hang out with
Yeah,
you.
Sad time. Oh, I have to give you gas money for the boat.
Yeah. See, I've had friends with boats. They're nice friends with boats. They don't ask for gas money. But you throw the 20 spot,
yeah,
like,
you
let
throw
me
at
help
least
out.
a 20 bucker.
Dude, boats use more gas than cars for
They
some
do.
reason.
Well,
It's like moving through water is harder than air. I'm not a scientist.
oh my god, I love it. Seriously. It's like it's a harder something. Seriously. Oh, okay. Music though, you want to talk about? We got this massive 64 grid. I'm assuming those light up.
It's the Ableton Push 2.
Ableton. Do they light up in fun colors? Like, push the buttons.
Yeah, let me turn it on
Turn it
for
on
you.
there, bro.
It's probably gonna mess up the whole audio setup
Probably.
if I live just launch Ableton and start doing it.
just
But
wanna see the
let's see
buttons
what
light up.
happens.
So Greg's been doing music lately.
Trying. I don't have enough
to.
time. I'm working too much, and we talked about that on another podcast, Mike. I need to live my dreams.
We have all the dreams, so it's like, well, you know, which dream this week?
So can I ask you guys, in the music industry, just recently, who passed away?
Who?
Was it Betty White?
No, I should know that.
ain't in the music
She's 96 though. Was it Dolly Parton? Bless you, Dolly.
I would say EDM /
Oh, they
dance
do light up.
music.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Avicii.
Avicii,
Yeah,
man.
he gone.
So sad.
28 years old. Do you know how he died?
I heard Special K overdose. Is that confirmed?
Do you know where he was?
Muscat.
Oman.
What's that?
It's a
Geography,
Arabian peninsula that has, I think it's a caliphate. I may be wrong, or a king, and he was found dead. Dead. Here you go.
So I don't think that people on the podcast will hear this, but I'm gonna.
Oh, they do fun lights. It's like a dance floor over there. We're hearing the drums and the stuff.
Yeah, that's
in
it.
our heads.
So it's pretty sweet. That wasn't even quantized. That was all your boy.
It doesn't. I should get up, take this effort, and bow to you for that, Mozart. That was wonderful.
I mean, I could have been real whack and just been like, dude, you know how good my rhythm is? That's me all
Dude,
day.
seriously, on the kick.
Oh.
So you got 63 other buttons on there.
So I bet that sounded awesome.
Did that get recorded on there at all? No, lots of
Just
quiet.
us. I sound the worst.
So the
ever.
music guy is having a podcast specifically about music, which you can't listen to.
As awful as that sounded to you, in our context, where we heard what I was playing along with our voices, it was okay.
It was. I should be throwing money at you right now for that rendition of.
Yeah, 4 on the floor.
So what? So the music thing. I mean, tell me.
I wish I had more time. So I'm in the. You know when you get new gear, I got new gear and I'm trying to learn it. This Apollo
That looks
audio
fun.
interface.
Yeah.
This thing is
It looks
the
pretty
bee's
cool.
knees.
It's the bee's knees.
It's got all of these universal audio. Yep. It's got all of these plugins that
Buttons.
like really old hardware, not old, but like industry standard hardware, like this.
It's got an optical in.
Let me just not
That's fine.
try to guess what these things are and just tell you. So like right now,
2 XLRs, 4
on the
quarter
podcast,
inches.
we're running through a 610B preamp, which is supposed to be like that old, bring it together, warmer sounding preamp, and I'm just paraphrasing completely. I don't really know what I'm talking about yet. And then we're going through a LA2A compressor.
I like the volume here for the headphones. That's fun for me.
So I'm talking about old school awesome hardware, and Mike likes the headphones.
I like the knobs. Don't get me. I like the knobs. A
No, it's
turning
cool.
thing. I'm all about the
That's
potentiometer.
That's Marcus right there.
I know. That's why I'm not
You should
adjusting
probably-
my own. Is he hearing it?
You should probably
Are you hearing that?
touch number 2.
I'm messing with him on purpose.
You didn't get Marcus's consent.
There's so many things I've done without his consent.
You gotta get knob consent here.
Touching my knobs.
You want more or less, Marcus? What do you want? More?
I don't think you're touching me.
That's 3.
You're touching actually nobody.
Wait, no.
That is you.
I'm 1. He's 2. You're 3.
Yeah, it's 3. It says 3, motherfucker, right there. No, I said no.
So it's not
I
affecting
said
you?
no, Mike.
Fucking ripped, man.
What do you got? So Marcus has had some delicious Coors Lights and some Corona, and what do you got? A little empty bottle of Crown Royal, which is the cutest thing. What's that one there?
Oh,
What's that?
is this mine, Marcus? You didn't bring a bottle that's exactly
What is
like
it? Come on
mine,
now.
did you? I was like, what?
I'm not letting it go. What is that? Say it.
Oh, okay, sorry. It's Woodford Reserve
Reserved.
by Labro and Graham.
Reserved by the bros for Marcus.
Distillers Select, Kentucky Straight Bourbon
You
Whiskey.
seem to have an alcohol problem there, Marcus. There's no booze in your glass.
There's no booze.
I feel like we have podcasts just getting Marcus drunk. And I just see you
So, Mike, have you ever tried to make music?
like sweet music with a partner. Like
Doesn't-
no.
I mean,
Actual music.
yes.
No. I sing.
You listen. You sing.
Karaoke.
You listen to electronic music a lot, right?
I do. And I thought about. I took the first step back in the day of getting the program to lay down tracks and do the things.
Which program we talking
I
about?
have no idea.
Fruity Loops,
It's
Acid Music,
something. I tried it once. I'm like, oh, that was fun. I was bored with it, and that was that.
Logic,
Didn't
Ableton.
put any effort into it. Not like that video we saw last week. They got the little handheld sound master thing where you put all these tracks together with, what was it, Cardi B's voice or something?
Oh
He
yeah,
was at a
yeah. That
concert
the
and-
was that the PO33
He went to this specialized store and
It's
they had
by
all this
Teenage Engineering.
all the sound stuff, and he walked in and he like DJ'd stuff for a little bit and paid a fee, and then he put together a track at some place. And,
You know, I got 2 of those things, right?
well, you should be
I
playing with
want to
those
play
things.
some beats I've made on that. But,
Yeah.
I'll let you talk, and then I'll jump up and grab them.
I love talking.
But anyway, Marcus, you've done like the producing side of it, but have you ever?
Don't use your teeth for that. My God, man.
Marcus is opening his little bourbon bottle with his teeth.
God. It's terrible.
What those teeth do?
Seriously. They're not on that tight.
What them chickens?
Your little girl hands.
What are you gonna ask?
So have you ever tried to make music?
Yes.
You have, right? What genres?
Genre.
I would say like EDM, but that was with you back in the day.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
It was like our first apartment, not our second apartment, downtown Orlando.
So cute.
And
You guys
we were
raved on
using
that.
Fruit Loops,
Dude,
actually.
we've both lived with Marcus.
Yeah, I know,
that makes
right?
us Eskimo brothers.
I don't know about that. There's probably another term for that.
I thought I did that right.
No.
Just to be clear, neither one of them penetrated.
Well, I did say I did quite a few things without your consent, so...
Wait, that's not if you live with a buddy and another buddy lives with a buddy?
Doesn't
Oh,
work that way.
Okay.
I do have several friends that I'm actually asking.
Igloo Brothers? Maybe that's what it is.
it.
My bad. I always get that messed
Igloo,
up.
that'll work.
So let's see what I got here.
There it is. Yeah.
It's okay.
His sound effects are based off of classic video games, which is even funner, which is a word.
I'm going to find the one I really like. So.
He hearts it.
The cool thing is you can link them up too.
Hell yeah. They sync them up. Not bad.
Not the greatest. You know, it'll work for the podcast.
Did you say not the greatest?
Not the greatest.
I'll agree with that.
I mean, you have room to grow. Let's be honest. Sounds like a alien fart.
Sounds like somebody farted.
An alien fart. Like
That's more abstract.
like a jelly fart. You should use a Rick and Morty quotes theme and do Rick and Morty sound effects. That'd be awesome. With a Rickus Rick.
Did you know that Archer, the new season's on tonight?
Did you know the Cubs are playing right now and I'm not actually watching them? What? Ooh, that's fun. It's Daft Punky
Yeah.
/ Peter Frampton. I'm waiting for
I like that. I like that. Whoa. Whoa.
I'm waiting for a meme with Peter Frampton dissing on this thing somehow with his guitar.
So that was the Pocket Engineering PO whatever sub, the sub one.
It's got knobs on it.
And then I have the PO20 Arcade.
That's a hitter right there.
Yeah, for sure. And
Sorry. I'm sorry. That's a hitter. It's terrible.
unbelievable.
It's terrible. I swear twice. I apologize. It's TVMA. Podcast MA. Are you just freeballing over there?
No,
or is that
no,
a
no.
program?
That's just going through like previous
Oh,
ones.
see.
So it's fun to mess around with. Some of those are matte.
You've got so many buttons over there to just push and have light up and make sounds.
64 plus 322 toothpicks.
It's an adult, more expensive version of the little kids' games they play, and you push a button and it lights
Right.
up.
So anyway, I've been studying music theory. I got some new equipment. I got proper monitors, and we're all in my kitchen right now because I have a bad habit of putting things somewhere. Like if I put this in my upstairs room, like a spare room,
Yeah.
I would just do Greg routine and be like, oh shit, I have all that stuff I need to be doing.
But you got all this stuff out here now that you have to deal with.
Insight in mind. You know what I'm saying?
Out of
That's
sight,
what,
out of
that's
mind.
what,
Is
that's
that
what
where you're going
people
with that?
say.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm in the kitchen all the time. So I was like, this is where I'm going to leave it. I live by myself. It's fine.
You made the executive decision and approved it.
Frodo is cool with it.
You're like, okay, I support this decision, Dad.
Because I don't know if you know this, and this kind of reiterates that fact, is the arcade in the basement.
Yeah.
That doesn't come on my radar ever.
That's so
unless I
weird.
go to do laundry, and I'm like, oh shit.
But it's coming on my radar because you got Joust, and I will be playing that. So that's
It's right there. Did you see that?
I did see that.
You
but
got Joust?
I didn't. See
I
it
got.
on
You know
now.
Joust, Marcus?
Did you fix it? It's on, right?
I
It'll
know
work?
one
Okay,
or
sweet.
two things about Joust.
Nice. Ostrich. Ride your ostrich.
Across the screen too, and it goes across and it comes on the other side.
Yep.
That's
Now,
wonderful.
do you play gentleman's rules Joust, or do you just kill your bro?
I play. I'm 9 years old at Hollywood, waiting to sit down for the Sunday buffet, and Dad gave me 7 quarters. I'm gonna go play the shit out of Joust and not let my brother play at all. That's the Joust I play.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're
He didn't get any of the quarters.
crappy
He had to
older
watch.
brother. Older brother? Are you-
Older, definitely older.
You're a crappy older brother,
Had to
just like
teach
my
him.
older brothers.
Literally.
Taking
Here,
all the coins.
I'll use your quarter because I'll get a higher score, and you'll learn. You'll thank me for this. Never. And that's how it went.
Life lessons by Mike.
I was like, hey, you want the quarters, bro? Get first in line. Dad's only got so many quarters. I'm getting them.
Jeez.
It's the truth. It's like the little birds in the little nest, and you get the hungry motherfucker.
I don't like the way you're slapping that bass.
Slapping the bees. Rest in peace, Michael. Rest in peace. But yeah, the quarters, the joust.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep bringing it back. Music. So
It's your topic today, bro. You got the hot
the
topic.
thing.
You got the floor.
So like,
Yes, yeah.
I get the hang of Ableton for the most part. I'd give myself like a 3.5 out of 10 competency.
Okay, wasn't sure if on a
If
100
I was going to
scale.
audit my skill
10,
level.
Not 100. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I did there?
No, I see.
You did there. I saw what you did there.
So simultaneously, I'm learning the Apollo Twin and
Yep.
all the plugins.
Multi-learn.
Ableton, the DAW, the audio or the software, right? And then I got the Ableton Push, which I'm learning in this whole interface too. And then I'm trying to learn music theory, chord progression, melodies, structure, basically, right? You have your bass, you have your layers, you have your frequencies. You're supposed to EQ everything so they
Octaves.
don't share the same sound space. Marcus, I'm sure you learned a crap load about that stuff, right?
Dissonant sounds, things like that.
Oh, dissonant.
Dissonance. Sounds that come together that just don't sound right. They make you uncomfortable as a human because they don't
Oh,
naturally
and you know
mesh.
what's the best? When you resolve it.
I think that could be a musical / auditing word combined. That's
Yeah.
the word of the night. Resolve.
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 Enhance.
Enhance. Oh, by the way, Super Troopers 2 is out, and we haven't even talked about that.
I seen it.
You don't even talk about
Spoilers.
it. 'Cause no spoilers.
saw it.
No spoilers. Okay, moving the fuck on. You guys need to seriously
So
stop.
what day did you see it
I
on?
will. I swear to God, I got to watch the first one
Sunday
at least
night.
5 times in a row first.
Sunday night I saw
So,
it.
okay, that's good. Moving on.
So this my favorite part.
You guys are the worst.
We'll
Seriously.
talk about it.
We'll have a podcast. How about this? Let's do this. Let's have a podcast just talking about Super
Movies.
Troopers / movies.
Yeah. Because I want to talk about Interstellar some more.
Oh my God, we've not beat
Marcus,
that to
have you
death.
seen the movie Interstellar?
We've whipped this horse to death. Seriously,
Come on, Marv.
we've whipped it.
Marv. Don't do
whipped.
me like that, Marv.
Oh my God. Okay, we should each
Say
watch
bye
a
to
movie
me,
then.
Mark.
We should have a movie we each watch. The other has to know it though. I think that'd be
I don't.
better
I mean, the movie club thing works, but
because you can't really
it's
have a
better
discussion
just
about
to
a movie you
like
haven't both seen.
everyone has to watch movies, and then we just bring it to the table, like movie spotlight. Let me talk about the movies.
Okay.
We'll have a round table discussion.
How about that combined with anime, a specific anime series that we watch? They're 20
okay.
minutes a pop. You can watch one anime a week. It's
I gotta
20 minutes.
watch Attack on Titan. I've only seen episode 1, so
Okay,
that's the one I'm gonna do.
perfect. I've seen both seasons. Then we can talk the shit about that.
Batman Ninja just came out.
Batman Ninja.
Batman Ninja just came out Tuesday, and it was pretty good for anime.
Is it originally dubbed in Japanese or is it in
No,
English?
it is not. It is in English. Yep.
So it's okay.
Okay.
Ooh, minus. I don't know if I can give you a strike for that. Earlier, Marcus and I were discussing what constitutes an actual anime.
Don't be an anime elitist.
No, I'm just, that's how it works, bro. That's the deal. If you're gonna do something,
You don't even watch real anime.
do you even anime? Seriously,
Seriously, Bleach? No one watches Bleach.
Naruto. Seriously, that's so in the past.
You're not Japanese. Like I am.
Which is fun because the characters don't look Japanese. They all don't.
Well,
ever.
it's an artistic expression with big eyes.
They
you know?
did studies on this, and they asked different ethnic backgrounds of people what race specifically, which I hate using because it's human race. I don't believe in different
people.
races. We're people, so that's terrible to say, but people understand it when you talk about it that way. Is that most people, ironically, self-identify with the average anime from Japan, where the Japanese people see them as looking as Japan. I clearly see them as looking as American, English, westernized. There's
Like
blonde
Shinji
hair
from
tall,
Evangelion looks-
blue eyes, which isn't fair because they have all the colors of eyes, all the colors of hair. But they went. This is a really, really big topic they went into, and they analyzed why people thought that way. And the biggest thing in anime that really separates a lot of the cartoons is the eyes, the stylizing of the eyes, even within it's one anime. And
Well, yeah.
typically the bigger eyes they have, the younger the character is. And that's not set in stone, but that's kind of a trope with that. Like I was watching anime last night, and the kid had giant eyes, and his father had normal, like, eye aspect ratios. And anyways, we're getting into anime.
No, it's okay. I have a good segue into that. The beats I kind of want to make.
Subject change. Greg's like, no, okay, enough of your anime bullshit. We're going to talk about this.
You know, I go back and forth. A lot of what I listen to is, I'd describe as a progressive, more kind of EDM style, female vocals. I love the female vocals. Not purely just dirty dubstep or anything. But I like all of it. But my favorite tracks, I've like written them down. It's stuff I like, Morgan Page, and like I like some Deadmau5 stuff. But really, it's like female vocals and really melodic. Like I like inverse melodies. And
I will be honest with you, and this will sound terrible. As a DJ, I have a playlist of maybe 15 to 20 live recordings. Digweed, Sasha, Oakenfold, and each one is at least an hour. And there's 3 or 4 together, so it's like an 8-hour London set or set from around the world, and I just put those on, and it's on in the house, it's on in the garage, and people are like, what are you listening to? It's just the background music of my life.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like a 8-hour song, literally.
Yeah, it's just a full DJ mix,
4 sets.
Yeah,
and I can hum or sing along with the entire thing.
Yeah,
because I listen to it that much.
Right.
I don't listen. Sometimes I listen to the radio. I put a 95.3. But I get sick to bored.
In my Jeep, I have hour-long mixes that I did because they're all my favorite songs, not because I think I'm my favorite DJ, but because it's all my favorite songs mixed together. I just listen to that over and over again.
I've got one CD in the Yukon. It's a Green Day mix of the first 5 or 6 records. And then if I do listen to music, when I rode to Madison today, I put the Spotify in, and I played a set from Digweed.
Right.
It's my travel set, and I played this different song on the way back, and it's just what I listen to. I don't listen to the radio. I try not to. Just ads.
Yeah.
And I play the same songs over and over.
Yeah,
it's just
poppy
terrible.
stuff.
It's pop. So that's my music thing.
So the direction I'm going with the music thing, we'll check back in later episodes with this. I want to anyway. I'm saving every single session I do in Ableton, every single song idea, I save, and then I move on to the next one. So we're gonna have not iterations, but new songs that I've done or new ideas. And then we'll see how many number of iterations till I get like a full song. Doesn't have to be great, but a full, like I'm done with it song.
Yeah.
Right now, I think I'm on number 15.
So you're looking at like, here's the intro, verse 1, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2, verse 3, chorus 3, outro. Kind of like
that kind of
song?
developed
Okay.
song. But right now, obviously, it's just like, let me just do a melody. Now let me rock out a bass line. Let me do some
track
drums.
1, track 2,
let
track
me
3.
lay it all out, my hi-hat, everything I like.
And layer it.
And then that's your main kind of hook, melody, everything, right? And then, build a track and structure it around that.
Throw some female vocals in there.
I don't think I'm going to do that for my first one.
No, that's a lot of work. That's the whole.
You can always do that later if you structure it properly, right?
Yeah.
But do you guys know any females for vocals? I know one that I'm going to use.
Oh, actual people we know to sing?
Like a lady.
I saw one of my friends sing live last week at District. Tasha won the karaoke contest on there, I think, a couple weeks ago.
That was
their top runner-up.
That was part of my justification for these microphones, because you can get some bomb audio.
I've recorded her in the office. On
Michael
mics
Jackson, Marcus, you said?
With
Michael
mics
Jackson.
and video. We sent it to the Idol stuff. Kind of.
So wait, the SM7B has been around since the 80s. Do you know how old the microphone is? Let me Google it.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to say 19...
Because if Michael Jackson...
the style or?
That exact microphone.
Off,
the same one.
Sold these, I would say 1968.
All right, Mike, what's your guess?
What's my guess?
Marcus says 1968.
1964.
It's rated a 10 out of 10.
I'm saying the Beatles used it.
This must be a new release date. It says 2009.
No. I don't think Bad was made.
I wish. First released.
My phone is...
Anyway, yes.
Survey says
50.
SM7B incorporated a larger windscreen.
73.
Where's that?
No.
SM7.
Introduced to the U.S. with a U.S.
So it was the SM7,
that was just
and then 7A and
when they
7B,
sold
but the
it.
SM7 was 73.
Yeah, so I'm
The SM7B, larger windscreen incorporated, introduced in 2001.
Oh,
So this has a built-in pop filter. Pop, pop, pop. You know what I'm saying? If we did this with the other microphones,
yeah.
you know, you get those
You'd know.
plosives, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be doing my Michael Jackson.
Sibilance.
I resolve to sing.
What? Bring him up?
No, I was just showing it how loud he'd, and it was
You just crushed him.
he'd.
Tee-hee, your hee-hee.
Am I clipping it? No?
Oh, we haven't clipped yet because we got the processing on. But music-wise, I think that's it. I want to check back in with it, but let's do a little bet. Like, what revision number will I get a fully produced out song that I'm happy with as of, I did one. Now I'm going to keep going, obviously.
How many other life dreams are you working at the same time?
This is my number one priority right now.
Okay, so not
I'm
CNC,
trying to dedicate
learning
at
bullshit.
least an hour and a half a day.
Okay.
I got a 3D printer that's coming in June, so I got to get it done before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk 3D printers. That's going to be awesome. But right now,
How many versions?
how many... So say I make a drum,
Yeah.
drum loop I like, and I do a bass line, and I'll start adding a melody, and I'm like, nah, scrap this. Next version.
25.
25. I'm on number 15 right now.
I said 25.
Need
So
10.
10 more?
one track.
I like
Depends.
it. I like your
It
style.
depends. I'm
You
like,
need that one track to.
I mean, how
I
many,
get- if I
how
get
many
a-
instruments
like
you
a-
talking? Like 5?
No, well, it's layered, right? So on melody, there could be 2. On bass, I have 2, and then I have other instruments along with the
if there's-
melody.
Let's say there's 10 tracks. Do 2, like take the one you like the best and slap it in there. Slap it in there.
And I don't
Slap in the
want
tracks.
I don't want to compromise on it, but I know that there's not a perfection thing either, right?
It's subjective, so it's all up when you say.
I'll know what the compromise is.
Oh,
though.
you'll know. I got you. So when Greg's happy,
So
Mama's happy.
realistically, I'm thinking 52 more revisions.
Like a deck of cards.
Yeah,
No jokers.
or states.
And if we throw on Puerto Rico and Canada,
Yeah, province.
good news, Canada. You're now the 52nd state
You're
of the
welcome.
United States. You're welcome. We know you've been waiting. Give us all your molasses. You're welcome.
You used to be North American, now you're American.
Now you're American. It's easier. And by the way, y'all speak
say,
American now.
Can
You're welcome.
you see? Oh, I like these microphones.
No more
I
Canadian.
sounded still pretty bad, but it
Or French.
sounded clear. Yeah, pound me, bro.
I consent to this. By the way, if there's any Canadian listeners, I do apologize.
Q, I'm Canadian.
Sorry, except for Marcus.
Marcus is not Canadian.
Marcus is everything. He's a fan of all teams. He is all ethnicities. He is
Everyone
all
wants to
colors.
belong to a club.
Marcus,
You know what I mean?
Marcus has solved this by involving himself in all the
like,
clubs.
I'm Italian. Pasta and
All of
blue
them.
cheese. I love it. Like, everyone wants to be in a club. I don't get it.
It's good you pick Italian because everybody does want to be Italian. That's true. Only not all of us can be, but
They used to
I
get
can.
hated on. They used to get hated on pretty bad.
I can. I'm proud to be Italian. That's fun.
Yeah. I mean,
We don't have spaghetti sauce. We have sugo. So that's the thing.
or gravy.
Hey, you got some good spaghetti sauce? Oh, no. It's called sugo. It's how you, whatever you want to pronounce it, that's the word. So good.
Do you say Sugo or Sugo?
Sugo.
Sugo. Okay.
I have my dad's actual recipe all printed out and stylized. It's wonderful. And we actually made sugo, me and my dad and my brother, for Christmas. It's delicious.
I got some I made like 8 months ago, frozen.
Yeah.
You can freeze it, dude, and it's good forever.
Or you can have spaghetti for 7 days in a row, which I did. So
Hell yeah. Spaghetti diet.
for lunch, dinner, and second dinner. So that's kind of how I rolled
Love it.
for Christmas. Yeah.
Mike, have you ever had Greg's chili?
Maybe. I'm not going to say no. So that's a no. Greg has a very short list of who's approved to have the spaghetti, and I don't think I'm on it. I haven't made that cut.
Well, I'll make you some chili sometime. It's my chili, dude. Chili.
not-
I've made chili more than any other food in my life.
Do I look like I ever say no to food? No, because I don't. Terrible.
I've probably made chili as much as I've made frozen pizzas. That's to give you an idea.
That's a lot of food then.
Yeah, it used to be an every week thing making chili.
So is that your most made food?
Yeah, absolutely.
My most made food
Now it
has
isn't.
to be. Sandwiches don't count, so we can't count sandwiches. That's assembling food.
We gotta classify
We're
food.
assembling food. So you cook an egg. So eggs. I think I can cook the
Dude,
shit out of eggs.
Yeah, and
No.
on Weight Watchers, it's a 0 now.
What does that even? What does that mean? Is a 0?
It's no points.
Oh, is that
you
good?
get 20 points a day. Eat all the eggs you want because it's a 0.
Each egg is like 75%.
They
of your
reclassified it because
cholesterol.
no.
So it's literally
Dietary
good.
cholesterol. Eggs are fine for you, bro.
Get the out. I can actually not feel bad about eating.
Don't
these
feel
now.
bad about eating
Good.
eggs. Do some research on it. We're going to talk about it next time.
You can do the research.
Next time the agenda is eggs.
an anime and a movie.
You know
That's
what's
not
weird
Interstellar.
that I don't think about often? My name has egg in it.
Your name has 2 G's at the end.
G-R-E,
Three
G-R,
G's total, but 2 at the end.
G-R,
Like one-
E-G-G, egg.
Wasn't enough. Parents like, you know what? We want him to be maximum Greg.
Well,
We're gonna give
my
him an
uncle is a
extra G.
Greg with 2 G's. And my mom's like, the cell thing's taking off 3G.
You know,
Let's do it.
maybe they could have gone with like a third on the end, like GRE, GGG. That would have been insane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get another quiz. Hold on.
She's at the, she's at the hospital, and they're like, what do you want to name him for the birth certificate? She's like, 3G will be lit, fam. And they're like, okay. So that was cool in 1984. Marcus.
Marcus is doing pretty good on those drinks over there.
Like, yeah, he's doing good.
Those little bottles are gone.
So, it's Thursday. I like that I'm doing a regular hangout thing on Thursday now.
It's nice to meet up and talk.
Yeah, no, and we haven't
with
done
Marcus here.
podcasts on Thursday. Usually it's like Tuesday or something that we've
We
done this.
started with Tuesday, but then you combined it with arcade night.
Yeah, and that kind of gives me a better way to schedule, right? Just
Yeah.
Thursdays. I can always remember that.
I mean, you can't take audit classes every day, so What are you looking at over there, Marcus?
No, he's showing me like Pictionary things. But so tonight we're gonna play some arcade games. I got a new arcade game in the house. 2 recent additions actually, and I don't think you guys have played either. Actually, you guys haven't played the last 3.
Ooh, that's good. Sorry. There you
Yeah, Pictionary. So and then Joust cocktail machine. Let me tell you about this Joust. This is a Williams 1982.
It works, right? You're not going to get me on like says,
I
hey.
replaced the fuse and I played it for a half an hour the other day. It's good.
So, okay, yeah. So feel free to.
It's just a fuse. Fixed it. I got 100 more fuses right there just in case.
Oh, okay.
But really, this Joust arcade machine is the cocktail version. So absolutely, just set your beer on there. If you're not going to spill it, just set it on there.
Qualifier. I didn't say pour your beer on there. I said set it on.
And then you talk and you say, "Gentlemen's rules joust. Let's not kill each other. Let's co-op.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Get the eggs. Yeah, you don't
rules.
joust your bro. You stand on the left or right side.
Unless he's your younger brother and he gets a quarter, then you kick his ass.
Yeah, then that. So this Joust cocktail machine is kind of unique because it's rare. They only made around 400. That's what I heard.
Do you know the number on it?
No.
Not
That's
yet.
actually a good point. I haven't
Not
looked that
yet,
up.
because now you want to know.
Not yet. We're not going to look tonight, but another
no.
time.
You can no, not tonight.
So it was cool. We filmed a full Arcade Impossible episode, brought it home. I got to pick the lock on the front because we didn't have a key for it.
You actually picked it with
I have
the,
a lockpick set.
That's awesome. That's a skill.
'Cause it's legal.
If you
It's
were in Fallout, that'd be very
compliant.
important. Max that up as soon as possible.
Yeah. What?
If you play Fallout, seriously, lockpick skill. Work on it.
Well, the problem when I was picking the lock for the arcade machine is when I didn't have it right, I turned it and the lockpick broke. So I had 12.
That happens in Fallout just like that. You turn it too hard and it snaps
So
off.
it's actually very realistic.
That's awesome. I've picked a shitload of locks this morning.
I could tell when I turned it and it started to shake. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, turn it back.
That's literally Fallout.
Yeah.
Wow. That's,
And Skyrim and any other
that's
lockpick
perfect.
game
It's
ever.
literally, we're talking about games and it's a fun segue.
It is a fun segue. Oh, so I played a computer game last night for the first
Yeah.
time called Frostpunk.
Is it like Steampunk?
Have you played
meets-
more Factorio since
I
we
played
talked?
through the demo, and that
Okay.
was
Good. I'm glad.
I
'cause
did.
That's like me giving you heroin and you've been like, I tried a little. I'm okay.
it's good. Now you have to pay for it. Ugh, which is where I'm at because I literally
No, you
have,
got- you had the
because I have
demo.
to pay for it now.
You had the demo.
I got the free taste.
You're okay.
Now they want my money. That's how it works.
But so Frostpunk, I played. It's top down. It kind of looks like StarCraft if you have to
Alright.
say that type of view. But it's really intense.
Isometric.
Everything's dead in the world and frozen.
Okay.
And you have to have this. It's all Frostpunk, like steampunk kind
I
of
was-
thing.
I was thinking
So
steampunk.
steam power. And you have this central generator, and that has to provide heat to your survivors. So everyone
Obviously.
made this big trek. and a lot of people died on the way out, and they're stranded
Oregon
and
Trail.
lost. Yep.
Yeah. Other oxen died.
You start the game, and you are like managing this colony, and it's not just like get wood, get coal, get resources, build stuff. It's you need to make the decisions as the mayor person and enact laws. And you have like people's happiness and was it content levels.
Yeah.
So stuff's happening. It's like, oh, the generator's down. You need to get coal. So I send people. See, you have to send your workers to get coal, and they're just 15 workers always doing coal.
That coal. It's cold.
And then I turn the generator on, and then they're happy. But then it's like, well, we need
they're hungry at some point.
We need shelter. So I gotta get food. I make some huts.
People.
And then they're like, someone died. And then I got to click on it. And they're like, what do you do?
Clara, she always had a weak constitution. Constitution, Marcus.
She had scabies or whatever.
Scabies.
So someone died. So
did you bury her? Did you eat her? Can you eat them?
Do you make a cemetery?
Oh.
Or do you just dig a hole and throw them in?
Eating is not an option.
No,
it's
cold.
cold.
They're already frozen.
It's like,
well, they're gonna stay good for at least 8 months. Just like that Sugo. But really,
cannibalism is always
so
fun.
Then it's like, I have all these workers, right? Yeah. And I want to get as much done as possible. And
then like Claire looks really good.
And I got to send people out to get food. But then they're like, you don't have enough workers. Do you enact 24-hour shifts for people?
They're not gonna like
or do you pass a law for child labor?
Where do you?
I did child labor for
obviously,
sure.
They're young. They got lots of energy. Yeah. Otherwise, they're just causing trouble. They can't poking and prodding Clara, who didn't get buried.
And obviously. I made them work in like the soup kitchen and like the infirmary.
A little ragamuffin job, easy.
Yeah. It's a really fun game.
They weren't mining the coal.
No,
which would have been perfect.
They have to walk out, and a lot of them freeze to death.
I would have put the kids in the coal mine because that would have been even funnier.
You would burn the kids in the generator.
Clara's going in the generator. That's if we're not eating Clara, she's going in the
generator's running hot.
I need to get this game. If only I could throw.
It's
Clara
really cool.
But let's be clear though, we can't eat Clara in the game, and we can't throw her in the actual fire. Until we modding community can take care of that.
Since
right?
You're now a Twitch bro.
I am a Twitch
bro.
Just
watch some Frostpunk. You're gonna enjoy it because it's really entertaining.
I am gonna watch it now.
As soon as you buy that girl that mouse she needs.
I think she got plenty of mice now. I think it's the common thing she does.
Oh yeah, dude. Do you think she just like? Oh, I need another mouse. $60.
And
that $60 at a time,
shirts.
She's embezzling because she's not buying what we.
No, I read her bio. She clearly states in her bio all the facts, especially number 3. If you don't like cleavage, don't watch my channel.
She has a cleavage disclaimer.
She has a cleavage. It should be number 1 because it's impressive. She's a very pretty woman. And she had, so I'm not going to go into her name. We're going to talk about her now because you got me started. That was a real brief segue. She has a completely hairless cat and a Yorkie dog. And she sits down on the floor and she has all of the video games. Yep. Like, that's the thing. That's why I'm talking about it, because we're talking about games. She has all of the, like, literally wall to wall.
Yeah, 360, PS4,
all the
PS3,
games.
PS2, PS1,
literally.
Nintendo, just all. Like
all
a typical
things.
Collector that
and
has
she's
just
played. But she's played most of the games.
How do you know this?
Because I watched her for
she
2 hours.
About each one.
I literally drank a bunch of booze. I was like, all right, let's see what up. And I was like, I'm just going to spend a couple minutes on it. And I had Fortnite going because Fortnite was fun. I was watching people play Fortnite.
You have an Instagram, right?
I do, but I don't.
Dude, start posting what you're doing because this is awesome.
And then
I'll follow it and be like,
oh,
Mike's watching that chick.
You know, it's like, all right, that's cool.
And you can be like, oh my God, she finally got that mouse.
That'd be so weird. I would be like a Twitter feed through or like the Instagram or like the Twitch. Me watching somebody, people watching me watching.
Dude, that's meta. Do it.
Meta. It's like the perpetual money machine.
Yeah, but what if you're watching the person who's also watching the stream of people watching you?
Up. What if I could get her to watch me watching her with you watching us?
That's what's referred to in the business as a network loop. That'll take down your network.
It's not a bootstrap paradox.
If you don't have the proper spanning tree protocol, you're effed.
I approve this message. Wow.
Yeah.
That's like feedback in a mic that just keeps going.
Yep.
Anyways, so Twitch is fun.
Twitch is fun.
Yeah, and Fortnite's a lot of fun to watch people play video games. I never thought that would be fun. But
it is a thing. A lot of people just don't get it. They're like, what? Watch games? You were like that.
This team crushed
Steve
everybody.
Was the biggest hater
He hates video games in general.
Has Steve ever liked games?
No, he doesn't like any video games. It's not his thing. It's just not his bang. He doesn't like it. It's not his stuff.
He doesn't like other DJs' music choices either.
Oh, wow, getting it in there.
Sorry.
Wow, like Steve's going to listen to this. Hey, Steve, we're talking about you.
No. It's cool.
Just straight.
I'll send it to him.
That's even
since
better.
He's my boat friend. I'll send it to him.
Quit sucking up. Literally, he likes...
You need to be friends with his boat mechanic, because that's the guy that makes the boat go. Yeah, you are. I'm more important.
Just getting back to the music, he likes his choice of music for DJing, but anybody else's, they're whack.
They are whack.
It doesn't matter who it is.
I'm not going to lie.
I bet you if you asked Steve what his favorite DJ was, he would say Steve.
If you don't love yourself.
Does Steve have a DJ name?
DJ Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve.
As much
He
as
says
I can go
that?
with it. No.
Is he on
It is the best
He doesn't
DJ
say
name
it.
for him.
I've never actually heard him.
He has a boat.
He has a boat. He does have a boat.
He's got a
It's a
boat.
good connection, Marcus. He does have a boat.
Scuba Steve.
I mean, I'm not cool to have like a special ops handle or anything like that. My name is DJ Mike, if anything.
I think I'm
Vegas.
I'm
Rock
changing
Vegas,
my DJ name. It's
Oh,
not
yeah?
going to be G-Reg. You think I should keep G-Reg,
but how do you
Marcus?
get to change? It's like your birthright. That's like what you do.
I don't know. Like, I've had that since college, DJ G-Reg. That's been 13 years now. Ooh, 13 years now
wow.
since
because I've changed it like 4 times.
I just,
Special oops.
like, if I'm going to do the music thing, and I'm not ever going to have something that sells.
Not with that attitude.
I like it.
True. I like that.
I like it. Okay. I'm going to work and get stuff done.
Greg, if
okay?
anybody I know even remotely is going to actually make money
Pick
with
me up.
doing music, it's going to be you. I mean,
Yeah, Marcus, baby.
trying to physically pick him up.
Dude, I don't weigh that much.
Seriously, we could both do it. But, I mean, seriously, when you touch your mind to a thing, you got obviously all
I'm
the
into it.
technical
I
stuff.
converted my kitchen breakfast bar to
Clearly.
be a music breakfast bar.
Clearly, the spot to eat the food is not the spot to eat the food now. It's
Back to the choice of a new DJ name.
Yeah.
Were you serious with that?
You
or-
ready for
Are
this?
we going to take write-in submissions?
Not really, because I like
Are you going to
DJ
name him
G-Reg.
and take part of that?
Okay. So when I get a song and I put it out there,
Okay.
when I get to
Do we get to
revision
approve it?
number,
Do we get to actually approve it? And
oh
say,
yeah,
yes,
I want your honest feedback.
This is good enough
As
to
friends
change
be
your
like,
name for.
This is whack. Keep trying. And I'll be
Wiggity,
like, I was
wiggity whack?
already trying anyway.
Do I have to wear my pants backwards to listen to this music? Because I'm not going to do that. Even if Chris Cross tells me
Well,
to.
now I feel like I just.
Wiggity, wiggity. You see what I did there? It's fine.
I think it'd just be just Greg Hansen.
That's acceptable. I don't hate it.
That's my name.
I don't hate it.
I'm not gonna be like 3G. 4
People be like, dude, I got 4G. I don't know
DJ
what 3G.
3G.
I don't know about that. That's terrible.
Greg G-Reg.
You should just stick with that then if you're going to be that guy.
No, so I think I'll just put Greg Hansen. If I'm DJing, how about this? If I release a song, Marcus, I'll release it under Greg Hansen song.
Because if you did
Artist Greg Hansen.
just Hanson, that's already been done. So.
Fuck off.
Oh, your name's Michael Bolton? You must love all of Michael Bolton's music. There's nothing wrong with Michael Bolton's name. There was nothing wrong with Michael Bolton's name until some no talented ass fuck came along and started ruining it. Anyways,
I've
must
never heard
celebrate
that.
his entire collection.
I've never heard.
I'm just talking about
before.
Office Space. It's fun.
Are you?
Yeah. So no, 3G is terrible. That's
So DJ. Oh, I'll stick with DJ G-Reg. DJ name. If I release a song, Greg Hansen.
Gregory Hansen.
Gregory Hansen.
that doesn't sound fun.
That's my legal name, but I'm not using that legal name with everything. On legal paperwork, I don't use that legal name.
I've actually gotten 2 Mike on most legal paperwork. Some Fed stuff they don't play.
Really?
Michael, yeah. Well,
You should just like plane tickets. It's got to match your passport.
I had to change my FOID card first name to get my concealed carry license. That's some bullshit.
Do you have that license?
Not on me. At home, I do.
Oh. How often do you carry? Let's talk about guns.
Do you have a gun on you right now?
Just the one I was born with, baby.
Do you have a knife? Because I have a knife.
I've always got a knife on me.
Yeah.
But we carry them.
Let's
for
see the piece.
We carry them for different reasons. I have 2 knives on.
Don't
me.
cut yourself. You've been drinking.
This I have I've got 2.
He's got 2 knives.
And they're
on
both
him.
utilitarian. Neither of these. This is definitely not a self-defense knife.
Marcus, you have a knife on you?
Swing like a girl.
So
This can be a self-defense knife if need be.
I've
Put your
noticed
finger in there.
something.
But I'm not gonna. If I have to use this knife in a self-defense manner, that shit's gone
That's too
wrong.
personal.
This is
That's
a
like
very terrible.
last line of defense.
Stabbing someone to death is a very personal and terrible way to end someone's life. Although it can be painless
Did your
if you
friend
don't.
tell you about?
No,
how
it's
that
just
is?
terrible. Like,
Yeah,
no,
it is.
It's just terrible to be up in there.
So 90% of my friends carry knives, apparently.
Yeah. Ban them.
So now I know if I meet a new dude, I'd be like, hey,
Slice this motherfucker.
Fuck. If you can't sort yourself out,
so if
with,
I'm striking up a conversation with a dude, hey, you got a knife? Oh, we have a good chance of being friends.
wow, if that's your criteria for being friends with somebody, that's all you. But I carry the knives for you.
You know, you see a cool dude out in public, approach him.
Beautiful men need to be talked to too. Seriously.
I didn't say anything about his looks. I was just saying
Beautiful.
if you see a knife
Is that
in his
a knife
pocket.
in your pocket, or I'm just happy to see me.
Oh,
That's how you actually get. That's how you get stabbed. Actually, that's how most stabbings occur: is men talking to other men about their knives. So
I feel like this went in the direction I didn't want it to
you
go.
wanted to talk about guns, though. Now we're talking about knives. So what do you want to talk about guns? That's a whole hot topic.
I don't know. You're talking about guns like I ain't got none. And what do you think? I sold them all?
What do you think? I spent all day trying to get my label off. What? I've been stuck in a lab with the pen and the pad.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Some Dr. Dre. Some forgot about Dre.
I mean, we're almost to an hour anyway, so let's pick one more thing and talk about it.
You know what I think about a
Play
lot?
some games.
You know what I think about more than anything else in this world? Recently, honestly, what I spend the most time thinking about, and it's funny you just said that, it is time. It's
Nice.
the actual concept of time.
Time and gravity.
Not even involving Interstellar or Murph. Not even involving them.
Come on, Murph.
It's so weird. If you stop for a moment, think about it. You did a thing earlier in the day, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be over at Greg's house later today. That was in the past, but now it's in the present. Oh, now that's in the past too. And in just a minute, I'm going to be talking about, and now it's here again. And it's just really awkward if you think about time in an actual essence of what the fuck is it? Like,
Right.
we measure it. It's a thing we accept because we're humans. And I've done all the reading you can on just the concept of time. I'm not talking like equations and physics and stuff
I think
like
that's
that.
how we bind ourselves to reality is time, though.
It's a human concept.
If we didn't have a concept of time, then how would we get things
Do
done? How would we
things.
even know what the hell's going on?
But it's like weird. Like if you just, I don't know. It's weird. It
is weird.
It's to the point that it bothers me. It's like it's just it's the most precious commodity any living thing has is your time.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, what am I doing right now with my time? Which is the most important thing, honestly. What's more important than that? Oh, my kids. Oh, my job.
Oh, I don't have time for this.
Well,
I
you
don't
have to have
for this.
time to have time with your kids or time with your hobby or whatever it is you enjoy. So that brings me to the next point, with time being the most important thing. You know, what happens when that runs out? Like,
For you.
for me, like, what does that even mean? So I saw a really smart guy talking about comparing the soul or the consciousness of him to a television, an actual tube TV, for example. And the TV burns out, but the television signal is still being sent. He's just not receiving it in his body because his body's dying, but the signal is still there. As an analogy for all consciousness, all consciousness everywhere, of all the things, everything in the entire scope of creation is like part of one thing, like one thing. And it's so weird that if you really stop to think about that, it's like, well, why am I in this body? Where are you in your body? It's called the mind-body paradigm. It's the problem. It's like, where does the atoms and the physical stuff connect or form the Greg?
Right.
Where's that? And if you stop to think about it, if you come to a conclusion that there's no organ in your body, oh, it's the mind. Well, the mind is just like any other organ. It's just a bunch of atoms, and it does electrical impulses, and it stores things.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about we don't know enough about the brain yet. Right.
We don't. But the
We
brain
know
is just,
obviously
it's a hard drive in a processor.
That's where it's at, right? It's our hard drive and processor.
It's as close as we've gotten to.
So that is us.
The mind, the brain, which is terrible, which I don't agree with, mind you. Mind you. Pun on a word. Sorry, that's not
I'm dead
intentional.
inside.
But if you can accept the concept that, number one, there is no organ in your body that houses the you.
Are we talking about a soul right now?
That's the word you want to use.
Okay.
That's fine. I don't want to be religious about it.
Life
but
force.
the you,
My life
essence,
force.
life force, whatever. If you accept the fact that there's not a physical part in your body that houses that, then you don't really have any argument for saying that your you doesn't continue on after your mortal coil, your body is done. Because it's not housed in there in the first place. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time because this is how I live my life.
All right.
If you accept that there's not a physical organ in your body that holds you, your essence, what makes you, your feelings, your emotions, the reason you do left turn or right turn, all the things. If you accept that, then you also have to accept the second part of that, is that when the body dies, the you does not.
Where do you think the you is then?
That's the question. No one, I don't know.
Like it just could be like a shadow you don't see that's just right next to you all the
There's dark
time.
energy, there's dark matter. What the fuck is that stuff?
Right.
But that's really how I feel about that. That's a very literally a 1-2 step on my take of consciousness. That's it.
Right.
I firmly believe that once this body named Mike Slady, when it's gone, he's not. Whatever he is, that stuff, it's out there. It's doing a thing. Whether it knows about the previous thing, I don't know. Maybe it does,
Right.
maybe it doesn't. Maybe it chose to be in this body for just a little bit. Maybe I'm omnipotent. Maybe every one of us is our own version of God. Maybe each one of us is a creative universe, and we chose, hey, I want to make this universe here. Punk. And I'm going to spend 50 plus years, 100 plus years, 200 years in this body, and it's going to be my universe. I'm God. I made this, and I am literally the creator of all. I made you.
Well, yeah,
I made you.
in your
I
mind,
made all
you
this stuff.
are your life. Right?
I know
your experiences.
Rene Descartes. I think therefore, all I know
Yeah.
is that I'm me. You guys might not even be
So
over there.
for me, I haven't thought about it your way. I like that a lot, but
That's just my view.
I think back a lot, and your first memories and stuff like that.
It is, yes, and I'll tell you real quick.
okay,
It's
go ahead.
it's crawling around a used refrigerator box on a Sunday morning. It's probably 2 years old. It was sunny.
Nice. Mine's like 4.
I'm guessing I was in diapers, so
Cool.
crawling. Sorry,
Sweet.
continue.
No.
First
You're
memory.
good. So when I think back to when I no longer existed, right?
Before you existed.
It's just like
in
boom.
this body.
Right. Because biologically, I existed before I remember anything.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And then you go back even further to like egg and sperm and shit, right?
Right.
Just like make up raw material. It's still cellular. It is cellular. It's biological at
Atoms.
that point.
Atoms.
But then keep going, right? So what is it before that?
It's proteins and parts of other people's
Proteins
bodies.
and parts and right.
And what's that stuff? It's atoms. Where
it's
they
processed,
come from?
right.
Collapsed stars from billions of years ago.
right.
Okay, so
So you got the stars. You keep going back. So
you go back to the Big
that
Bang.
has an energy, right? Because would you ever think like a sperm is part of you way back? You're like, wow, that was me at one point, even though sperm and egg, like completely separate. Keep going back. I mean, that's just a pass on of energy. Now, I don't know if we're connected, like my sense of consciousness will go on and do something else. But I know that all of a sudden, without me ever remembering or existing at all, boom, I'm here.
There you are.
One day it's perfectly fine that boom, I'm gone.
Yep.
And I'm not going to be upset about it because
you won't know.
I'm gone.
Yeah, you won't know.
It's completely possible that come back as
Something else.
and I'm not talking about reincarnation and a frog. I'm just talking about energy, right? The raw makeup material, everything else.
Can't be destroyed.
Right.
Can't be destroyed. So
That's a deep subject too. And I think that probably evolves as you live your life, what you believe.
it does. And
If you think about it.
like I said, I think about time a lot because I'm 40, and that's almost half the age of the average American lifespan of males, like 78 or whatever. And it's not that I'm being morbid, but I like to quantify things, and I like to know the boundaries of things, and I like to know the rules. I'm a rule follower, and I just like to know the guidelines to the stuff.
Yeah.
And what more stuff than your own being should you want to know the guidelines for? Like, well, what are the fucking rules? What's the end game? And I thought about this, like comparing things to video games. A video game, okay, well, here's the goal. You gotta, rescue the princess. You gotta kill the antagonist. You gotta build the city. That's cool. And then you win. You get a score. Okay, that's cool. I won the game. But then this game of life, well, what's the goal? What's the how are you getting scored? Like, is there even a score? What are the goals or the subquests? Oh, well, it's, let's have a family, have kids. Well, why? I don't want to have kids. I'm going to deal with that. Why is that a goal? It can be your goal. What's the bigger goal?
That's my goal.
Is there any goal? Is there zero goals? Is it all pointless?
I guess it's subjective and in your mind what you make your goal.
And at the end of it, I make all the goals. I want to do all these things. And I do all those things. And then I die. What's the fucking point? I'm dead.
It's the journey.
What the fuck? I don't care. I'm dead. It's gone. All the things I did. Oh, it's great. I'm dead.
Yeah.
So what? So at that point, why have any fucking
There's
goals?
no final achievement, though. It's the journey to get there. So that's why there's such emphasis on do what you like to do.
Absolutely. And I'm the first person to say that if you don't love what you do, you shouldn't be doing it.
I know. And I cannot fucking wait till I'm a fully certified auditor.
I can't either. I can't. I'm going to have you audit shit.
Dude, I'm going to
audit
audit stuff.
Audit the fuck away from it. So
can you show me your process map, please?
How did you get here? I need to see your proof. Well, I got that. No, I need to see your
Let's
work.
do a document review and what's your retention policy.
We need to get your notary notebook and go through 30 examples of what you fucked up.
Clause 4.4.3.2.
Oh my God.
You're not compliant and you're not conforming to the standard.
I thought about, for the weirdest thing on the way over, I thought about debit card coverage on the way over here, and how much I hated explaining this to customers about how they overdraft and the overdraft fees. And I stopped and I'm like, fuck all of that. I don't got to do that anymore. And I was so happy. I was in that moment, on the way here, I was instantly happy. I made myself instantly happy.
By contrast,
I thought about a thing that I absolutely hated having to do, and I don't got to do that anymore. And I was fucking elated. And I was like, is that the point? I try to boil it down to base shit.
Right.
Like, what's the point? To have fun?
Are you good?
To feel good? What does that mean? What is feeling good? It's different for everybody.
Endorphins.
Endorphins and dopamine and all that. And it's like, okay. And then there's always moderation, whatever. So, I don't know. I think, I honestly feel that from my being, having fun and being positive and helping others have a good time is what I was put here on this planet for, honestly.
And you enjoy it.
I fucking love it. It's why I do it. It's why I have a DJ company.
That's good.
That's why I'm there for people's weddings and they get married. And it's like, boom.
Yep.
That's like a big day. And here's all your friends and all your family. And you want to have a good time. Well, we hired this guy. We don't know who he is really. He's got some good reviews. He seems like a cool guy. We hired him. But man, he had a great presentation. He showed up on time. He answered my emails, my texts. He met my mother, my father. He let my kids sing a song. And it was the best day. Man, it was fun.
Right.
And that's why I do what I do. It's not working at the bank and opening checking accounts. Bless your heart if that's what you love to do. Mm-hmm. I don't love to do that. I did it for 8 years.
I don't think... See, I'm having trouble because a lot of people identify, like, find your passion and go after it. We talked about that quite a bit.
It's cliche that people stop listening to it. Like, oh, I know. We got to find something I like to do and do it. But I can't.
So for me, I don't have one of those. I have some of them that aren't quite at a 10, but they're up there high enough.
It's good, though. It's a good problem.
Because they add up to way more than 10 together. That's how I'm going to look at it.
Because 10's an important number.
Because I have a list of things that I want to do in my life.
I'm a list maker.
Yeah.
But it's not as much as you do more lists than I do.
So like this music thing, this isn't like I saw someone or, I was inspired by some DJ a month ago. It's like for the longest time since probably high school. Actually a little bit, high school. When I was into dance music and stuff, I've always wanted to make a song.
Yeah.
And then for me, like when I listen to a really good electronic song, it'll make my face tingle.
Yeah. I get goosebumps. Cheeks. I literally get goosebumps. Oh shit.
I think it was a couple months ago. This is like twice in my life it's happened. I was driving to work and a song was really good and I got a tear.
Aww.
Happy tear.
Happy tears.
And I took a picture and I said hashtag
happy tear.
YOLO, live your life.
Oh my God, YOLO.
Real men cry.
Oh my God. Well, music's a big thing.
no,
We're
no.
all DJs, all of us.
Yeah, music's powerful, man.
It's very powerful, and it's just
So
a combination
that's-
of frequencies and
That's a bucket list thing for me,
volumes
is
and-
to make a song that I get a face tingle to.
I'm pretty sure you can do this before your other dreams catch up with this.
No, and exactly, and I'm not moving the shit out of my kitchen. It's not going out of my kitchen until it's done.
All right, well, I'm gonna hold you to that.
And if you guys want to see, check out Arcade Impossible on Instagram. I'm going to post a picture of the podcast setup.
What's the podcast
setup.
channel's name now? Have we finalized that?
It's gonna be
Have you
not-
finalized that. Okay,
And I'm going to put a lot of subtext on it, just basically showing that it's
not impossible.
do whatever you want, like all these different hobbies. I haven't
see,
quite
now I
worded
like it more. Now I
because
like it more.
if you go not impossible, I don't know what that is. But if it's not impossible, but it's that part's not really big, the rest of it is just like all the different hobbies. Like do what you want to do, and this is each passion. And talking
Yeah.
to people who have different passions.
that's cool. You're talking about the same thing I'm talking about. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's like do what you fucking love to do.
Right. And you're the number one guest so far, basically.
I am.
co-host.
I have the most appearances on this awesome podcast.
Boom.
Boom diggity. Fucking yeah. I'm all about talking about shit.